Thank you, Mr. Speaker. About 25 years ago, this General Assembly passed a statute that allowed the people of Jefferson County to vote on merger. About 24 years ago, the people of Jefferson County merged government. 2 years ago, this General Assembly passed a bill, House Bill 314, that put together a commission, 5 Republicans, 5 Democrats, and 5 independents, to study merger to see what could be done better. That group has met. They've had dozens and dozens of meetings all around the community, and it has come with these recommendations that are in this bill, House Bill 388, in the committee substitute. So I'll go through those generally, Mr. Speaker, and then answer any questions that there might be. One is the first, Section 1 deals with EMS. In Louisville, as in most counties, EMS is a countywide service. But because the Louisville EMS is not making runs all around the county, our Chapter 75 fire protection districts have also taken on the responsibility to provide emergency medical services. So they're the ones that provide services outside the Waterson. But they also go inside the Waterson, outside their jurisdiction where they're taxed, where their taxing base is. So what we're saying is we don't want to cut off the money. That was a recommendation of the commission, but after talking with the mayor, we decided to pull back and go a different route that wouldn't cost Louisville as much money. And so when a Chapter 75 fire protection district goes in to provide medical services inside the urban services district, which is the old city of Louisville, they will pay $150 if they respond and $300 if they actually make the transport. So that's to make it fair for the emergency services provisions. Section 2 says it's about annexation, and it talks about generally the thought there was to make sure that no small city could annex something like Ford or GE or something for the purpose of getting their occupational tax. Section 3 talks about boards and appointments. Many boards and appointments, obviously all over the Commonwealth. This bill deals with 67C only, so just Jefferson County. Boards all over the county have taxing authority and they have spending authority, but what we found is most of the appointments are made from people inside the Waterson. 2/3 of our population lives outside the Waterson or the old urban services district, and what this section does is it says when you make appointments, you should make them geographically diverse so everybody who pays taxes in the community has a seat at the table. Sections 4 through 6 are about nonpartisan nature, and what they do is they would make Louisville's mayor and council run as nonpartisans. I want to note that of the Kentucky's 414 cities, only 6 of them are partisan. The next biggest one is 1/20th the size of Louisville. So of the history of Kentucky is to have nonpartisan elections for mayor. Again, 414 cities, 6 of them, including Louisville, are partisan. Of the biggest 30 cities around the country, 22 of them are nonpartisan. So this is the tradition in our city elections across the country, and certainly in the Commonwealth of Kentucky. Section 7 says when Kentucky Road Fund dollars go to Jefferson County, they need to look at the entire county needs when they're determining where to put the money. It doesn't direct them to put the money in any particular place, but our last mayor submitted 3 road plans to myself, Representative Fleming, the gentleman from Jefferson 48 and the gentleman from Jefferson 29, and of those about 29 roads, one of them was outside the Waterson, again, where 2/3 of our population live and where over 70% of our taxes are brought in. So what Section 7 does is require them to look at the needs from all around the county and not just the downtown. Section 8 deals with the property valuation office. What we're finding is, depending on where your house is located, is how closely it's assessed to its market value. So we're putting a small group together to determine if that's true, and if it is true that the assessments are based off of where the house is, then how we can improve that to make sure that everybody's paying their fair share of taxes for schooling and other things. The last section, Section 9, just makes the PVA portion an emergency so they can go ahead and get their work done so they don't have to wait until July.